Welcome to Death March Parallel World Rhapsody Review Episode 1. How's it going? I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Couch Talk. As you can see, this episode's going to be completely different from all the others. It's because we're at a hotel in San Antonio for PAX South. But we went ahead and watched the episode, and we're still going to be uploading.
Yeah, so we're still giving the reviews, even though we're sitting in some two janky-ass chairs right next to each other in some a little below average hotel. But
as always, we are anime viewers only, so we have no knowledge going into this, so no spoilers down below. And we're going to discuss the episode and give our score at the end. Discussing is a little different because we don't really have a setup to where we can have the episode up while we're recording.
right back home, we can talk to each other and have the episode up on the side. This, we only have one laptop, which is what we're recording with. And so we can't really have it up and record at the same time.
Especially when we have all these like mics and webcams right here in the way between me and the laptop.
Right. You guys can't see them, but there's shit there. Anyway, let's get started.
Anyway, yeah, so we're still going to do our best to discuss this. So we get Suzuki is his name. He's a 29-year-old programmer working at a game company. Apparently, he's the only one that does everything there. Because everyone's like, hey, we need you to do this. Go fix the bugs. Go fix the glitches. Add these new items. Do this and this.
Yeah, so he's just a programmer that does everything for this company.
Yes, so we get him in the beginning just kind of going to work, essentially.
There's a lot of just going to work.
And he has to fix a lot of bugs and glitches. We do get the opening theme song within the first episode, which we didn't get on the last anime we watched. Are you okay?
That's my reaction to the opening.
Oh yeah, it was pretty weak.
It was bad. I mean, it was bad. I'll say bad. I didn't like it.
I just thought it was weak.
That's pretty much the same thing.
It's not the same as bad. It's like a
Come
little
on,
better
it
than
was
bad. It was weak. It wasn't bad.
Okay, sure.
It was weak.
And also, he looks too much like Kirito from Sword Art Online.
At first, he was kind of fine, but when he goes into the world, he definitely gets a lot closer because he becomes younger.
Right. Anyway, after the opening.
Yeah, we get him, goes out on break. He gets the scene with him and the little girl.
Yeah.
Which, I was like, why is this little girl crying? She was separated from her mom, and he's like, when she comes to pick him, he's like, oh, good thing she didn't think I was a lolicon.
So weird.
It was so
and then he's
random.
like, that girl's mom was high. It's like, dude, what? But, I mean, there wasn't too much substance this first episode, really, in my opinion. Like,
No, not really.
it's
like,
pretty much...
he's working on a game called War World, and then something called FFL. They said the actual title.
Like Freedom Fighters League or something. I can't remember.
Yeah,
But there's just a lot of, like, him going to work, him doing his job. It shows, like, other workers. Obviously,
they're kind of like in crunch time, I think is what it's actually called there, where they have to sleep at the offices and work all the time.
There was a big emphasis on Japan's shitty working environment, which is work yourself to death, essentially, and do everything you can to make it perfect.
In this case, Suzuki do everything you can to make everything perfect.
Right.
Because he has to do all the things for the clients. Like, he was working 30 hours straight before he went to bed. And that's when he got transported to this world that's both
it was a combination.
War World and FFL combined.
Yeah, it was a combination of the two games he works on.
And they do add in, like, the thing he was about to implement for the one client was the 3 items for beginners that just kills everything.
Right.
And the map, which... right off the bat, a whole bunch of lizards come to attack him. He's level 1. But his items are there. He spams them all.
He does. Also, when he goes in, he gets reverted to like a 16-year-old self.
Yes. Back when he was in high school.
And that's when he looks like
Kirito.
Which is very odd since they're both the same style of like video game world anime and protagonist that's black hair that looks similar.
But... basically, he uses his items he made, which are just broken, but they were meant for like beginner players. Just basically
It's like a meteor shower, dude. Legit,
It
like
was called Meteor Rain, is what it was called.
there was legit a horde of lizards, like legit like 100 or so, and he just boop, and it just rained down meteors.
And he spammed 3 of them, which is why there was a lot of meteors that came down. Like, they're already supposed to wipe all enemies. But he went ahead and used all 3 because they weren't working at first. And then they're like, all right, we're going to work now. But he boosted from level 1 to level 310. Which, at least here, kind of like, unlike others, they're explaining how he got powerful. Whereas others are just kind of like start off powerful. They don't go through the grind or anything like that.
I mean, I wouldn't say he went through the grind.
No, he didn't. I know, like
he kind of just
they're just like he hit a button like.
But it showed a sense of progression, I guess.
Yes.
And a sense of like all the abilities he could get, because it showed like all his like stats or skills.
Yeah,
or
they were all maxed.
Yeah, he just maxed them
and
all
he had
out.
3,090 skill points to use, which he maxed out a whole bunch of little different like skills. When he went to magic though, it only showed 2, I think. Like
Right.
Meteor Rain and one other, but later in there was more on that chart. But after that, starting to realize he's not in a dream, basically. Or he still might think he's in a dream. He's kind of like half and half right now. We run into a wyvern, which basically he chases after that, but he accidentally sends it towards a whole bunch of soldiers who, if it wasn't for that mage with him, would all probably got slaughtered because those bows were doing nothing.
Right, I'm pretty sure those are going to be like his companions. Like those are
At least the girl is for sure. Maybe not the whole soldier.
Well,
group.
yeah, I meant like the, you know, the little joke, spot the main character. Obviously, the ones in that group that look like
the ones that are more like player characters
Yes.
than NPCs.
right.
Which I guess that does bring up like, are there other player characters or is it just him? Like, is it just legitimately a dream state he's stuck in, and he's gonna be when he wakes up, it's all done? But
I have. Are you asking me?
yeah, that's
I
some
have no
theories
idea.
we gotta throw out
So
here,
is
man.
he? Maybe that's how he'll. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, he'll use his experience.
That's how
to
he improves
make,
his game.
He's not gonna. He's gonna say, you know what we need to do? Make FFL, War World, combine them, and then we're gonna have a flawless game everyone loves.
Sure.
But they're mobile.
The vibe
games.
I'm getting
So
is-
I don't know if they're gonna be games everyone loves.
The
Japan
vibe
will love them.
I'm getting is kind of Sword Art Online, but not as intense. Because at least Sword Art Online had the element of like, if you die, you're dead.
Yeah, they also knew they were gonna get. It's almost like more like Overlord kind of way. Like
Right.
he just kind of got transported, but you don't know if there's a sense of dread or not, like death or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It was I guess we'll have to wait to see where it goes, because it's hard to judge something at the first episode.
It did have like kind of a cut-off ending with him just grabbing the girl out of the air.
Yeah.
That's kind of a
Also, there's some weird, like, because there's this weird moment where he has to enchant, like, a language skill to understand.
yeah, like instead of just knowing the languages.
Right,
or-
and also those other, like, main-looking characters shouted weird things in their weird language or something.
Yeah, I think they were trying to keep the normal regular language in there at the same time, and that's why like it was during like the spells.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm thinking.
so maybe it's gonna be like chanting, and the spell's gonna say the word. We got the ending theme as well. The video that was also pretty weak.
You can say bad. You can say...
No, they weren't bad. They were just.
I would not... Okay, this is how... I
They
would
were-
not
they were,
listen
like,
to them
decent.
again. That's how... usually...
I get that. Yeah.
I would skip them every time. Because I am one, if it's a good opening, I'll listen to it. Kind of get you in the mood. But these, I'd be like, ugh. Ugh.
I already skip them all the time, no matter what I'm
Yeah,
watching.
some
So
people are like
this
that.
one, I'm probably more likely to skip.
You're skipping it. Don't... You're skipping it.
No,
Don't-
I'm skipping. So they weren't that good. That's basically the episode, though. Like,
Yeah,
we want to jump into scores.
sure.
I'll go. I'll give it a 5.5. It's pretty average right now. Super average. Like, there are some things I do like. the user interface has always shown up for him, and I really like that, how they're actually incorporating the actual game into it instead of just those user interfaces disappearing, which they want it. But they always seem to do that in other like video game animes. The user interfaces are just gone. So I like that they incorporated that. But I like how they showed the culture, like the Japan crunch time and stuff. But other than that, like the show itself, characters, kind of mediocre. Granted, we only got one basically the whole time. But he's not a strong character right now, so it's very average for a first episode.
Yeah, I would say 5. That's me being a bit generous, I feel, just because it's a first episode. The thing is, it doesn't really stand out. Like, other, like, noticeable video game anime would be Sword Art Online and, like, Overlord. And they each have, like, a unique element to them. And I feel like this one's kind of lacking its unique element at the moment. It's just like, oh, some average guy is in a game he works on. And is it a dream or not? Really?
Yeah, like we don't really know how it got transported. The other ones we at least have an idea. Like
right.
Overlord, he got cut off on the server basically. It's like and it was a VR game, so basically his mind's stuck on the other side of the server. Essentially, is how you could possibly describe. Like Sword Art, they got stuck in their VRs. Log Horizon, it's basically the same thing there. Like those animes, you got clear how they're in there.
Yeah, this one he like fell asleep and he wakes up in the... So you're not quite sure. And it's also... Nothing really stood out. Like, the setting wasn't spectacular. The characters, it was, 1.5 if you want to count his friend. And also, his character doesn't really do much for me. Yeah, just in general, he's
pretty mediocre right now.
He's pretty average. He's so average he looks like another character. But, yeah. Opening's bad. I'm not judging it based off the opening. I'm just throwing more stuff in there.
Yeah, for your 5 rating. Got it.
That's maybe it'll surprise us. Because honestly, first impressions, I'm like, this show's gonna be average at best. Like
that's how I'm putting it.
Like the ceiling of it is an average, but
which doesn't mean I won't enjoy it. That just means it won't be better than average.
Right. So of all the, I guess, winner ones we've seen, this is at the bottom.
We've only seen 2.
True.
We got the rest of the week to see if we're disappointed or not.
I'm okay. That will be my prediction.
All right. I think that does it for our scores then.
Yeah. That's it. We're gonna give you the. Give us the spiel.
As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified every time we upload, and comment. Let us know what you liked and didn't like about the episode.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But this is our first review actually next to each other.
That is true.
And it's for not a spectacular anime.
So yeah, the rest of them this weekend will be like this because we're going to be here for a few days. We'll be back Monday, and then so those shows from there on will be back to normal. That's why this is just going to be almost like a podcast essentially. No images flashing up like normal. We don't have any of those here. Right. So
hey, but if you like this, let us know.
Yes.
Like if you like this style of just us talking to you directly. But yeah.
Let us know you like that by subscribing and liking. So until next time, peace out.
See ya.